is this thing working? I don't know. I was gonna try and tie it together. Here we go, down off of this fun slide. It's a long trip out. I don't want to get too much momentum here. It could be a hairy ride. I mean, it was kind of like ice anyway, and now we got getting more snow and ice on top of it. I got chains on, that should help. I just don't want to get ahead of me here, get ahead of me too much, because you don't got much time to correct anything. Rather take my time and end up shiny side up. Yeah, this thing's pretty much glare ice. Doing a nice job. Doing it. I guess it's like TSI cut, taking some timber and a bunch of garbage out of it. Very similar to what I do most of the time. Lately, the last few jobs have just been clear cuts. They're fun too. I did a lot of this work. I like doing this type of work. This chipping thing's a good idea. I never wanted to get involved in it though. It's expensive, you know. I mean, there's a lot involved. The markets for these guys are wishy-washy, you know. Seems like they all promise the world, but as soon as it gets tight, they shut you down. And there's quite a few outfits doing it around here, though. Bigger outfits that are, you know, jamming out some pretty good production. So I guess you got to kind of expect, you know, things slow down, everything clogs up. I wish I still had the markets I used to, because I did pretty well just buying junk that nobody wanted, you know, roundwood junk, you know, pine, pulpwood mostly, a few logs, but I did pretty good at that. But the markets are all gone now, you know. I mean, there is market, obviously. These guys are chip markets and stuff, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't want to get involved in, you know, more headaches. I had enough headaches. Like I said a few years ago, I'm just ready to kind of wind down, do my own thing a little bit. And I wish the things played out a little different, but it is what it is, you know. Can't cry over it. Be all right. Got my stuff. I can kind of pick and choose some better jobs. It's much better if you can buy your own stuff and market it to wherever you want to, you know. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't do any more subcontracting either. I hope I didn't burn a bridge with Terry down there. I like Terry, and good guy. Always paid. It was just in a situation where, you know, if I did 10 or 12 loads, you know, me and another guy, it's pretty lucky, you know what I mean? And that's pretty good, actually. I don't care about setting the world on fire, but the way the trucking situation worked out, it was always like there was 4, 5, 6 loads piled up. It's like, you know, can't live on 3 or 4 loads. It don't work. So whatever. He was kind of frustrated with me because I got my kimchi over on a job that I finished last fall, and you know, he's like, "You got to get this stuff out of here." I can't. I understand, you know. But with no money, it's hard to fix stuff. They dropped the head off Slimmix, redoing the head for it. I've been so, you know, shy on funds. You know, whatever. Gotta do what I gotta do. Get these guys paid up and get this stuff fixed, and we'll move it back to the farm for now and see what happens. It's starting to push me a little bit. I gotta watch what I'm doing here, guys. I might, if I throw the phone down, you know why, or the tablet. Spike it trolley a little bit. This is just kind of easing it down again, the brake here, engine brake, second gear. But you can see why I don't, I mean, it's not terribly steep, but it's a pretty good grade. Sure as hell don't want to get going too fast. Then your butt will be puckered to the seat. I don't want to wreck this nice truck. This is a nice truck. It's a CX-15 Cummins, or so. It looks like ISX to me. I think this one's still got the pollution BS on it, but the other ones he's got to delete it. He was waiting for more warranty or something to run out on this, and then he was going to do it too. Probably run a little better. It's a nice truck, don't get me wrong. It's my International with the 500 in it, smoke it. It's 18 too, so probably just a delete. You make this thing run like a bear. I mean, it's nice though. I like it. I shouldn't complain. But it seems to be a little bit sleepy. I'm probably going slower than I need to do, but I'd rather spend an extra 10 minutes than, you know, you put that thing over the edge here because you slide away and you're going to flop the truck over and ruin it. So just as soon be a little cautious, you know what I'm saying? Get down here on a flat, I can get a couple gears. So here I am, driving truck, but I'll tell you one thing, this nice warm cab is a lot better than being out in the brush today, I can tell you that. He's paying me a fair rate, I can't complain. I actually, had the kid who bought my shovel and my 3-axle trailer down in Georgia, he called me about, well, probably 3 weeks or a month ago before I went to Rhode Island. He said, hey man, he says, I got a 40-acre tract of timber I need cut down. It was Butler, Georgia. And he said, you want to come down and cut it? He said, I guess he had all his men working on a county, you know, road widening project or something. You know, his guys were all busy, and then he does a lot of residential tree work. So his logging stuff was sitting, and he's like, you interested? I said, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. That'd be fun. You know, his cutter's there, and his skidder's there, and his loader and everything, so I could just go down there and put my elbow grease into the equation and cut that for him. Got a buddy, another buddy of mine that wants, well, my boy's laid off until spring sometime doing concrete, so me and him might go out. I guess we're gonna go cut and skid another job out here. And, you know, he's got his Cat 539 dilemma and 748, a newer L2. He wants us to go out and skid and buck that stuff up and load trucks. So it'd kind of be fun. Pretty big, it's like 150-acre jobs. Look like I'm gonna go do that. And I'm just gonna get my stuff home and park it at the farm for now. And I really would like to, you know, at least just going by a rate, you know, for me, I'm not burning fuel and paying labor and blah, blah, you know, doing a per hour rate or per load rate just for my labor, you know. I'm not running up big fuel bills, and I just can't stay ahead of it, you know. I mean, it's my own fault, too, for being so far behind the 8-ball. And, you know, I suppose I probably should have sold all my stuff. You know, maybe kept a little skidder or something, but sold all the other stuff when I was making money and things were good. But I thought, you know, that'll be a little downturn. Oh my God, it's been like 4 or 5 years. So, my own fault. It's like roulette. You know, you stay at the table too long and keep spinning that wheel. And sometimes you benefit, sometimes you lose. And I lost. But I mean, I'm all right, you know. I mean, I'll survive. I got a will to survive, so I will. But it's been fun. I wouldn't change nothing. I wish things hadn't downturned so bad, you know. And That's the problem around here. We used to have so many cool markets for stuff, niche stuff, you know what I mean? And they're just not here anymore, It's kind of a tight situation. And then the problem is too, like in my situation, I used to do a lot of roundwood. We could do 2,000 or 3,000 tons of roundwood a week if we could produce it. They'd take it. And I was a pretty dependable, bigger producer of roundwood, And I never had a problem getting rid of the junk. So I'd buy these pieces with a lot of junk on them, and you didn't have to risk your left arm, paying, $500,000 or $1 million for timber, and then have the market go up underneath you before you can even harvest it. That happened to a lot of guys around here, back 5-6 years ago, and that's risky. So I always did pretty well cutting junk. But my problem, too, when things slow down and other people come in and start taking that quota up, a lot of these guys got into the chipping, which I really didn't want to do, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. It's neat, but it's just more headaches and more people and more broken stuff, and I like doing roundwood logs. But, doing subcontracting for other people is whatever. I mean, sometimes you can make money if it's ideal conditions, you do all right, but the problem is when it's not your wood, you don't have your own wood market, and so, they base all the quotas and stuff on, like, if you put in 50 loads a month, they might quota you back to 25 or 30, but when you don't put any wood into a mill for 6 months because you're contracting for somebody or whatever, or a year, then your quota piece goes to nothing. So when when quotas are on, you're on the bottom of the list, So and that's what happened to me. I just wasn't producing my own stuff, and I don't begrudge anyone. They're going to let somebody else get that quota so they can feed the mill. So, but that's kind of what happened. Whatever, it ain't the end of the world, but I mean, I think if I got into a smaller piece with, what am I gonna do, Well, if I do 6 or 8 loads of logs and 3 or 4 loads of wood, that's a good week for me anymore, I can do that pretty much by myself, it's not a big deal. So that's what I'm gonna kind of just look towards. Like I said, if I found some nice timber, people wanted me to cut, a contract, I'd do that too. But it's got to be kind of ideal conditions to make any money with contract. I got into some situations on those other jobs that are just long uphill skids and kind of goofy stuff, because ends up that last piece, I could have literally skidded that 500, 600, 800 feet max. And then the road got bonded out that way anyway, and it's like, no, I brought it all up over that hill. I'll be burning a couple $1,000 worth of fuel that I didn't need to burn. Drag it, 3/4 of a mile. That's the stuff that you got to really watch when you're subcontracting, because you don't make enough, And the rate was okay. I mean, the rate was okay, and I know everybody's, there wasn't a lot of money left anywhere for anybody, mill included. It's been rough. So, like I was told, it was kind of just make work, junky stuff that needs done while the markets suck. The guy don't want to go cut good timber. He's got bought up. Mill, don't want to go cut great timber if the market is soft. You might not even make anything on it. So, sorry this is wiggling so much. I'm just trying to hold it, drive out of here. So anyway, that's boo-boo, that's the way it goes. So, there's still stuff going on, but you just gotta be patient, So, like I said, my stuff, I've got a little residual from the garage I sold. I gotta pay off. I kind of had to short sell a little bit, but other than that, I pretty much own all my stuff, so not like I got huge payments anymore. I got a little payment I got to come up with, but I can do that. Just working with someone else right now. You know, whatever. It's just, but it's the way this industry is. It's hard to, it's hard to make a plan sometimes, you know. And the problem is, you guys know, all expense. I mean, equipment is so expensive. You have to finance it. And I mean, you know, I can always buy something smaller, cheaper if I needed it. But you know, you gotta buy a new skidder or something. You know, they're $300,000 now. You know, $325,000, whatever. Some 748s I bought back in the day. There, I bought 2 of them, 6 or 8 months apart. I don't know why, but I was told that was going to be the last of the 748s, and they were going to go to 848s. And I was corrected on that. When I put the video up, I remember the guy said, no, they're still going to have, I don't know. Maybe the salesman told me that to get me to buy it. But whatever, they've been good skidders, you know. I sold one, but, so whatever, you know, that, you know, I do like the H. It's not as, you know, it's got a few computer stuff on it, but it's pretty basic. Yeah, it's been pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. You look at this stuff and you wonder how in the world, man, nowadays, you know, just a triaxle log truck, you're $350,000, you know, with a loader on it. Tractor. When I bought those 2 new tractors in 2014, they were like right around 1.25. You know, I think I paid $137 maybe for the Pete and $130 or something for the Kenworth. You know, they weren't big money. Yeah, but boy, not anymore. Now those tractors are up over $200,000. This is the worst part of this thing. Down to this friggin' gauntlet down there. This thing is glare ice on the turn. I'm all right. Like I said, if I drop this tablet, forgive me, but I'd rather send you guys for a ride down on the seat than me go for a ride in the tractor trailer. This thing here, this corner, it's got a spring seat on it. It's just, it's creepy. So far, my chains are biting. I'm gonna get over here off the track a little. You see, that's all freaking glare ice. It's pretty steep right here. So far, so good. Just don't want to get away from me. Sliding down here like a luge. Tell you what, man, the chains make the difference. You can never get out in and out of here without them. And I just got single ice picks on this right now. Just some singles. Makes all the difference in the world. It's pretty dang good. Alright, we're out. I don't know whether to leave my chains on and go out the township roadways or what. Maybe. Don't look too bad. I think I'll be alright. I just don't have to put them back on. I think I'm going to leave them on. Alright, well, it's probably long enough. Alright, you guys, thanks a million. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Thanks. Thanks for all your support and comments. Ta-ta for now, guys.